A 6-year-old boy drops his lunch tray in a crowded school cafeteria in Tokyo. Every head turns. He looks at the mess, takes one breath, walks to the supply closet, returns with a cloth, and cleans it up himself. No teacher rushed over. No parent guided him through it. He simply knew what to do, and he did it. That was not luck. That was not personality. That was the result of something deliberately built, not through punishment, not through fear, but through a way of raising children that most parents have never been shown. 3 principles sit beneath that moment. By the end of this, you will understand all 3, and you will have something real you can begin tonight. Most parents, when a child misbehaves, reach for consequences. Take something away, raise the voice, issue a warning, and for a few minutes it works. The behavior stops. But then it comes back, tomorrow, next week, slightly different shape, same exhausting cycle. If you have ever felt that no matter how firm you are, nothing seems to stick, you are not failing. You are asking the wrong question. The question most parents ask is, how do I stop this behavior? Japanese parenting asks something else entirely. What skill does my child not yet have? That shift sounds small. It changes everything. A child who hits when angry is not a bad child. That child has simply never been taught what to do with a body full of frustration that has nowhere to go. A child who refuses to cooperate is not trying to destroy your afternoon. That child may not yet have the emotional vocabulary to say what they actually need. Behavior is always communication. Punishment silences the message. It does not solve what sent it. And that is why the cycle keeps returning. So what actually builds lasting calm? That answer lives inside a single Japanese word, shitsuke. Shitsuke is written with 2 characters, one meaning body, one meaning beauty. The translation is, to attach beauty to the body, not obedience, not control, beauty. Shitsuke is the understanding that good behavior, practiced daily, eventually stops being something a child performs and becomes something a child is. This is the reason Japanese children clean their own classrooms every single day, sweeping floors, wiping desks, scrubbing hallways, without supervision, without payment, without being asked whose turn it is. It is not about cleanliness. It is about identity. A child who sweeps the floor every day does not see themselves as someone who leaves messes for others. Through repetition, they have built a self-image that includes responsibility. And identity, once formed, drives behavior far more reliably than any rule ever could. This is a prevention model, not a reaction model. Instead of waiting for the behavior you do not want and scrambling to stop it, Shitsuke quietly builds the behavior you do want, through daily ritual, through repetition, through expectation without pressure, until it requires no enforcement at all. But Shitsuke alone does not explain why Japanese children handle hard moments so steadily. The second principle lives in what Japanese parents do when a child is struggling, and most parents instinctively do the exact opposite. The practice is called mimamoru. It means to watch over while protecting. It is the deliberate choice to observe a child in difficulty without immediately solving the problem for them. A child is trying to zip a jacket before school. The zipper keeps slipping. Frustration builds on his face. Every loving instinct says, step in, help, fix it. So the parent reaches over, zips the jacket, and the moment passes. But the child received a message no one intended to send. Quiet, unspoken, and powerful. You could not handle that on your own. Mimamoru asks the parent to pause instead, to count silently to 10, to watch what the child does with that space. Child development research consistently shows that children who are allowed to work through frustration, rather than being rescued from it, build significantly stronger emotional resilience over time. Not the confidence that comes from being told, good job. The confidence that comes from actually doing something hard. Before you step in next time, try this. Count to 10. Watch. Give your child the chance to find their own way through it. You may be surprised how often they do. What gives Japanese parents the steadiness to step back in those moments? It comes from something established long before any struggle ever appears, something built in the very first years of life. The third principle is called amai. It describes the felt experience of being able to fully depend on another person's love, without condition, without performance, without earning it. In Japanese early childhood, parents are extraordinarily close to their children. Physical closeness is not a reward for good behavior. It is the starting point. Co-sleeping, constant attunement, and unconditional emotional presence are treated as the foundation, not the exception. Neuroscience gives a clear reason why this matters. A child whose nervous system has been consistently met with warmth and safety does not need to act out to feel secure. That child is not spending emotional energy wondering whether they are loved. That energy becomes available instead for patience, cooperation, and self-regulation, the qualities that look from the outside like calm.
Every parent gets tired. Every parent has moments they wish they had handled differently. The raised voice, the overreaction, the guilt that follows. That exhaustion is real, and it is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of how much you care. What Amai teaches is not perfection. It teaches sequence, connection before correction. When a child feels genuinely safe, they do not need to test the limits of that safety. The next time your child is heading toward a meltdown, try this before anything else. Get close, lower your voice, and say, I see you. I am right here. Let us figure this out together. Those words cost nothing. To a child whose nervous system is flooding, they change everything. 3 principles. Shitsuke. Build the identity before the behavior is needed. Mimamoru. Trust the child enough to let them struggle. Ame. Give the closeness that makes calm possible. Choose one small daily ritual this week. It does not need to be significant. Setting the table before dinner. Packing a school bag the night before. 5 minutes of quiet together after school. Begin it tonight. Repeat it tomorrow. Do not explain it, reward it, or pressure it. Just begin. If this helped you see your child differently, share it with another parent who needs a calmer way forward. Your child is not giving you a hard time. They are having a hard time, and they are waiting for you to show them the way through it.